What is up, my slimes? And recently, I've been thinking about the starting zones in Hytale, and I wanted to make a video about each one. So, today, we will be going over everything in Hytale Zone 3, currently known as Borea. Don't ask me why I'm doing Zone 3 first, I just like it. If you like my video, please consider liking and subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a lot. So, what are some basic facts about Borea? It's one of the 3 starting zones. Its element of magic is water, and it is mainly made of snowy tundras. Personally, out of the 3 starting zones, it's probably my favourite just because I like spruce and snowy biomes. And I think the Hytale team have done an excellent job at making this biome really interesting. So, the first time we ever see anything of Borea is in the original trailer, and it's actually the first biome we see appearing in the thumbnail. As you can see from this image, the player is out here on ice fighting what appears to be some sort of frost dragon. This dragon is covered on its back by thick chunks of ice. It appears as if they are fighting on some sort of frozen lake, as you can just about see water here. Our next look at Borea, or Zone 3, comes later in the trailer. At this point here, where they are building a settlement of some sort, you can see in the background a sheet of ice surrounded by a spruce forest. Followed by this, we are shown our first close-up footage of the frozen wastes. In this moment, there is a Yeti attacking a player by throwing a large section of blocks at them. We see another Yeti in a screenshot posted on the website here. Overall, the trailer does not have a huge amount of content set in Zone 3. Our next look at Borea was in the weather blog post, where we get a good look at what fog does to the zone. Later in the blog post, we see this picture, a holiday's greeting. That brings a conclusion to all of Borea revealed during 2018. Throughout the first part of 2019, we got little to no information on Zone 3. The extent of what we got was a few pictures, such as this banner. That was until April 2019. In April, we got a blog post called A Visual Tour of Zone 3. This gave us a 50-second teaser for Zone 3. In this, we can see a lot of the zone. Do you spot that? Polar bears are in the game. Then the video cuts away to my favourite part, the mineshaft. Something about this old rundown mineshaft gives me the chills. Snow falling down is very atmospheric, and something suggests to me that we may encounter something lurking, dangerous. Further in the blog post, we get some details on some of the wildlife you can encounter. Woodpeckers are a particular favourite of mine. They also mention wolves and rams, the latter having a picture. It is clear from these pictures how the rendering and lighting reflect that. Then, as the blog post ends, we learn about the inhabitants and main enemy of Zone 3, the Outlanders. Now, before this blog post launched, we had very little on the Outlanders. We knew they existed, and they were probably an enemy, but we didn't know where they were from, what made them evil, or even if they were human at all. In this blog post, we learn they are a breakaway human faction. They use thatched roofs, fire pits, and watchtowers. The blog post also says they are keeping something at bay, so maybe their settlements are at risk from raiders. The next few looks at Borea aren't really too different to what we'd been shown already. Although, in the July 2019 blog update on the Outlanders, we do get to see 3 interesting NPCs. Firstly, the Outlanders. I'm a real fan of both their helmets and shields, and I really hope these items will have a chance to drop from them. Another mob we see, which I spoke about earlier, is the wolf. They have a snowy white coat and look like they could cause some serious trouble in packs. Finally, this short clip, we can see Outlanders getting ready to hunt bison. I think this is a really cool interaction. That pretty much sums up 2019. As for the rest of the year, all we got was just screenshots of stuff, similar to what we'd already seen before. In January of 2020, we got a look at the new ice. This ice looks very good, and I think they've done an excellent job making it. I know that transparent blocks can be especially hard to make. Later in the year, around April, we get to look at this video. Although not directly meant to show off Zone 3, I thought I'd include it as it's a clip of a player entering a frozen cave. As 2020 drew to a close, we got quite a few pictures. The shrine is cool, and it looks like there may be a house in or near the tree ahead. Penguins were revealed in December. Finally in 2020, we got quite a few postcards from Borea. So what are some of the theories? Well, we know that Zone 3 is the place of a tragedy long ago. This is a sad and somber place. But what could have actually happened? Well, we know 5 of the elements of magic are needed to control the element of void. Perhaps at some point in the past, the faction known as the Outlanders broke away, stopped using the water magic of the area, which broke this control. This allowed Varen and his army to take over Orbis. There isn't much evidence to support this theory, but it's still plausible and something to think about. Still don't have a good reason as to why the Outlanders broke away from the rest of humans, and unfortunately I don't think we will get the answer to this question until the game releases later this year. I think that's it for this video. Hopefully I helped make you familiar with Zone 3, Borea. If you enjoyed my video, please consider liking and subscribing, or if not, then maybe you could check me out on Twitch one time. All the links to my socials will be down below. Thanks for watching, goodbye.